Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got three text files here with information in them. I've just written a couple of lines in each text file. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop through this folder here and we're going to read the amount of lines in each text file. So we're reading how many lines there are in multiple text files. Okay, let's just go on to this one here. And while I'm at it, I'll just close that one down. Right, we're going to start off. I'm going to create a subroutine here called sub, and it's going to be, let's say, count lines. That's the name of it, count lines. That's the subroutine. And then we're going to create a variable called my scalar path, and we're going to assign it to the path where the file is. So that's going to be C users mark desktop. I think file name. So file name is C. Okay, so that's going to be C. Right, okay, so there we go. And what we do is we do chdr, change directory, into that path. So we're now in that path. And we're going to create files array here, and assign it to glob. So we can store those files in an array so we can work with them. Okay, so there we go. And now we come on to the for each loop. So for each, this is where we loop through the folder and through the files. Create a scalar variable here that we can use for that. In the files here that we've stored in our array. And what we're going to do now is create a number counter. So we've got my scalar num files, and that's going to be equal to 0. Oops. And we're going to create a conditional here. So if scalar file matches, now to do this I have to get this off here because I've got a problem with my keyboard. It doesn't seem to display this character, so I've got to put it up there for whenever I need it. I'm going to do a little bit of regex here, dot txt. Now we do this character here, which means at the end. So we're searching for files with txt extensions on there at the end. Let's make it look neater. So if we find txt files, we're going to open them. Open my scalar file handler here to read. So we're going to read the files here, scalar file. And then we just do a generic error handler here, just in case something goes wrong or die. And then we can throw an error message, simply error reading or something like that, just a kind of like generic error message, nothing too fancy. Now we're going to go on to the while loop. So we're going to loop through the file itself through the lines. So let's get the file handler here. So we're going to loop through the lines in each file. Cool. Make it look a little bit better. Then this is where our counter comes in. So that's scalar num files. And we're going to do this here, which means number of files is equal to scalar number of files plus 1. So it basically adds the files. That's the long version of it. I'm going to do the short version of it. So number of files is equal to number of files plus 1. So that's the shorter version of it. And then under here, we're going to close the file handler because we finished with the file. Close scalar file handler here. And then we're going to print out a message to the user. Print, say, scalar file has scalar number of files, and a new line character. Okay. Right, so let's have a look at this. I think that should be number of lines. Sorry about that. Number of lines. Number of lines in the file. Not number of files, number of lines. Okay, so all we do is we just save that, and we have to call the program. So we call the program with count lines. Okay, so let's just save that. Let's just run the program. Okay, it seems to be a bit of an error. Number of files 19. Let's have a look. 90. Okay, just made one or two changes here with the variable names that I should have changed before. So this should be file, and we've got number of lines here. So this is the finished code. So let's run this code. So we'll just run it here, and there you go. So new text document has 3. New text document 3 has 2, and new text document has 1 line. So there you go. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie. So I hope you enjoyed that, and remember, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscription button below, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll catch you in another video. Bye-bye.